Okay, so there's no magic pill. You really have to put in the work, but do the smart work and make sure you're monitoring everything. And after we met a few months ago, you were wearing your Garmin and you're like, I wear this all the time.
It's right there.
That's there. And I started wearing mine to sleep at night. And I started tracking all my REM sleep and everything that you told me about. And it was really eye-opening. And again, what gets measured gets improved. So I was watching it and I was getting to bed earlier and I was seeing all these things. So that's just one component of what you do. But first you look at the genetic analysis and then you take people through various programs. Some are medium level and some are super high performance.
Right. So our data collection is labs, genetics, epigenetics. We look at urinary metabolites. We look at cognitive performance tests. We look at lifestyle evaluations, quality of life inventories. So we run all of this before clients even come in. And we have all this data and we whiteboard them. So we throw it up on a whiteboard and say, okay, we've got 5 clinicians in the room and we basically are your board of directors for you. And we go through it and we say, here's where they are, here's where they want to be, or here's where they can be. How do we get them from here to here? And then the client comes into our practice, and over a 2-day period, they go through brainwave mapping. So we do QEEG brainwave mapping, and we map for performance. I mean, I can tell you your brain will not be normal on a brainwave map, and nor do you want it to be, because high performers don't have normal brainwave patterns. And when we're comparing to a normative database, if you're normal, I would not like to have that happen. I want to be better than normal.
Okay.
And so we look at that and we look at ways that we can enhance that.
And you track my EEG while you're having me do things?
No, the EEG we look at is in a baseline state of eyes open and eyes closed.
Okay.
What you're thinking of is the psychophysiologic stress profile or performance profile, where we hook you up to that machine. It looks like a lie detector, and we take you through 5 stressors. Okay. And we see what happens to your autonomic nervous system in these stressors and how quickly they get back to baseline after it's removed. Right. So we see people like David Goggins would be very strong on this. We see like Google executives that are very strong on this, where they can elevate their stress response and then bring it straight back down to baseline as soon as that stressor's removed.
And that's what high performance people do.
That is, and it can be trained. It's not something you have to be born with. So we look at that. We look at human movement. So we look at your posture, your gait, your foot strike. We run electrical signals through all your muscle groups to find out if they're working the right way. And then at the end of the 2 days, we sit down with you for another 3 hours and say, okay, how do we get there? Let's map it out. And then monitor you on an ongoing basis with the wearables and follow-up labs. And throughout the year, it's just a stepwise progression. So not progression towards death, but progression towards optimization. You're going up the stairs, not down when you come to see us.
Right, and so you're making someone limitless, maybe, without
that's
the
our
pill.
goal, yeah.
All right, and reversing the aging process is what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, what we're looking at is we're extending health span. You know, that's our ultimate goal. As a consequence of that, we're hoping that will also translate into extended longevity, which we're working towards. But new technology is coming very rapidly. And we're already seeing things like metformin, like rapamycin, GDF11, you know, all these new things that are coming on that are showing, yeah, definitely a positive impact on aging. We've got new senolytics that are about to hit the market, NAD, you know, all these things that can potentially mitigate the aging effect, but then we start moving into reversal. And it's not going to come all at once. I mean, we're not going to Benjamin Button it. We'll have something that will intervene that'll maybe knock you back 3 years, okay? And then you'll age another year, and then something else will come along that'll knock you back 5 years. And so it's going to be a gradual forward-backward movement that will eventually net into negative. And a lot of people don't believe that this is going to happen, but you know, I've been running in this industry for quite a while, and this is the first time I've seen the excitement from everybody in the industry around it. This is not one of those ones that, yeah, there's a group of them that are like all on board. I mean, there's a lot of people actually on board with this, and so I think it's truly coming.